Small businessmen like the gentleman over in the South Side that has a company that I used to talk to who got mad at me because of what I said. Well, you know what? He has a life. And I'm sure he's working his Fritos off. He deserves that money. He deserves not to have an overburden in taxes. None of us do. You know why he has an overburden? Why you do? And why now they're threatening to take Social Security and Medicare and all that away? Let me look at the time. You know why that's all happening? Well, I guess it's time to name names and make enemies if I have to. Well, guess why, everybody? Because GE, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Hold on to your seat because here it comes. General Electric made $101 billion last year. That's right, $101 billion. Now, all of you pay taxes. I pay taxes. You pay taxes, right?
Yeah.
You pay them.
Yeah, I pay them.
Guess how much money General Electric paid the United States government in taxes?
Nothing.
In 2009? And that said it. Nothing. Not a dime.
We're not sure.
Not only that. Not only did they not pay the government any taxes, they got $1.1 billion from the government. So
That's
let me...
not right.
No, it's not right. Let me please finish this.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me explain this to you. I just said it, but check this out. Not only did they not contribute while you're suffering and you're hounded by the IRS if you don't pay your taxes, GE didn't pay anything and got $1 billion. So that's robbery, my friends. That's what it is. It's robbery. Why did that happen? Well, you're at fault. I'm at fault, and that you're at fault.
I am.
You know why it happened? Because we allow these politicians to be...
In power.
No, not in power, but influenced by lobbyists and by GE and others.
Greedy.
Hold on.
They're
No, it gets a lot worse than that, so get ready. Now check this out. Now I'm waiting until you hear this one. Exxon Mobile, $45 billion in 2009, didn't pay a penny in taxes, not a penny, not in United States taxes. Now here's the thing. I found this out about 3 a.m. this morning, and it made me very, very disappointed in our politicians that they would allow this. But did you know large corporations, of every 3 large corporations, they don't pay any American taxes. So that means that while we're suffering at the gasoline pump, Congress wants to take these entitlements from the senior citizens and disabled and keeps telling us we got to save money. They're not accepting and not making these companies pay taxes. Now here's the thing. Oh, and that got stuck. Here's the thing, everybody. She was stuck off camera to her seat. Any rate.
I'm all right.
Okay. Any rate, here's the thing. If these companies were paying their fair share in taxes, your taxes would be thousands less. Maybe a lot more than that. That means that every small business man and woman in America would have a lot more money in their pocket. You personally, more money in your pocket. Not only that, but it also means we would be able to afford, we wouldn't even have to think about raising the debt ceiling because we could actually pay China off the $1 trillion in debt like that. We could provide everything that any American ever needed and still be making trillions of dollars in our treasury. Yes, I said trillions. Because if you figure this out, of every American corporation and industry, 90% of them don't pay any taxes. That includes gasoline, that includes big pharma, that includes the healthcare industry, all these guys and girls. That includes, by the way, your Walmart, your Target, you name it. So if they're not paying, and in fact they're even getting money, well then guess what? That's why the burden's on us. That's why right now we're talking about raising the debt ceiling. I think about what they're saying. Raising the debt to put us in more debt to China and in more debt to other countries. And you and your great-grandchildren. Now, do you think that's the right way to go? I don't. Yes, I want them to raise the debt ceiling for now. I don't like it. But if that's what's going to keep my country safe for now, we'll do it. But here's what I'm putting on a net and putting on this caller that we're going to get in a minute. I'm putting a challenge to each and every American. I hope you are the most conservative Republican on the face of the earth. I hope you're the most liberal Democrat on the face of the earth. But I want you to get rid of your divisiveness, your nonsense, because that's what it is, and don't believe in the propaganda and the BS from either side. Now, I'm not saying that I want to see either of these parties dissolve. No. But what I want all of you to do is to put it into your brain that you breathe every day and it comes as natural as breathing, right? Breathing is natural, right? I want you to get into your mind that calling Congress and telling them what they need to do legally and peacefully becomes as natural to you as putting on your socks and your shoes, getting your vehicle, or getting in a bus to go to work or school. I want you to fall in love with that number, 1-202-224-3121. Fall in love with calling the White House comment line. Because if you do all that, this is where the uplifting part comes. If you do all that, you're going to get a better paying job. We're going to start getting manufacturing back in America, lower our debt, not be dependent on oil from other countries, not be dependent on China for money. And I don't have anything against any country. I want to see people around the globe move up. But see, also, by us all being on a level and a living, there's another word I'm looking for, a standard of living, and it's going lower in America, and it's already low in most places on earth, that means we are essentially servants or slaves. And the super wealthy are keeping us as slaves. Now, if you're super wealthy, I'm not saying every single person that's super wealthy is bad. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is if you're not paying your fair share, you're not American. You may be legally here, you may be called a citizen, but you're not thinking about the American spirit. So I'm putting the challenge on everybody. Am I being hard? Yeah. Am I going to probably not get on mainstream TV for a while because of what I'm saying today? I don't care. You see, because I'll tell you why I don't care. Yes, I want to get that job. But I care about you, your family, my family. And I'm asking you to make America better. So you need to call Congress. You need to write Congress. You need to get out there and vote. Every senior citizen, if you are homebound, get somebody to get you somehow to communicate, either by phone or some way to communicate your thoughts. You can be 18. Start thinking about this because our country is on a downward spiral right now. But you know what? You're going to change that. How are you going to change it? Not only do I want you to call Congress, write to Congress, do these petitions and all that, but you know what? If Congress won't listen to us because Exxon Mobile spent $27 million to try to get their taxes to be almost zero, and tax laws changed, and so they put in $27 million, didn't pay any taxes, but spent $27 million to get legislation their way. Well, you know what? Your one voice isn't going to do it. You don't have $27 million. But here's what you can do. You can call Congress. You can write to them. You can do what I say, and you can do it all the time. And here's what's going to happen. If you do that, you're going to teach your children to do that, and everybody they know, and so on and so forth. So before you know it, millions of Americans are going to do that. Now, if Congress and the corporations won't listen to us, then maybe it's time we have legal and peaceful protest around the country. And maybe we have a couple of days where we don't get gasoline at any gasoline station. And if we have to sacrifice and cancel appointments or whatever, do it. Because I'll tell you this, the wealthiest people on earth see us as their servants. Not all of them, but a lot of them. The corporations see us as nothing more than a dollar sign. You're not a human being. You're a dollar sign. Your life doesn't matter to them. Your mother, your grandmother, you name it, they don't care. If they don't have money, they are dead to them. So that could make you mad. That could make you sad. It doesn't have to. Because you know what? We have more power. Us 300 million Americans have more power than anybody on earth. And what we say changes the world. Even more than China. Because yes, China has a bigger economy. They're starting to get ahead of us and blah, blah, blah. But guess what they don't have? They don't have what you have. They don't have freedom of speech. They don't have freedom. They don't have human rights. You still have them. So you can change this nation. And if it means going on a strike, legally and peacefully, if it means not going to work, I know how hard it would be on your family, but here's the question for you. Is it going to be harder on your family for you to lose a day of work and no pay, or if we keep going down the road we're in, is it going to be harder on your family if you become completely unemployed? And because of lack of education, completely unemployable. Unemployable. But, so the point is you have to weigh and calculate the risk. Now, I'm not asking you to do all these protests legally and all that. I'm asking you to use this a lot of times. And to use this, the phone. And to go on and do email and do petitions. Now, I'm asking you to get into the habit, because we can make this country so good that every senior citizen has what they need, plus every child has an education. And even if you're like 45 years old, you can get it. We can afford it. They say we can't afford it. They say we got to raise the debt ceiling. But what they don't say is the truth. So if you want to believe in all the things the Democrats say, independents or Republicans, that's fine. But they're not going to be in your corner when you need them. Now, if you want this country to be fantastic, I'm counting on you. I'm putting you to work. Now, we only have like 4 minutes. We're going to try to get these 2 calls. And I'm telling you that we can make this country so great. It's great now, but we can become the leader again, and we can make China realize that humanity does matter, and all the other dictators around the world. And we can do it with a smile, and we can have money, and we can have security, and you name it. But you got to make those calls. You got to get with the program. And it doesn't matter if you're a liberal or a Democrat or a Schmemocrat. Get with the program. Now, caller number 4, I believe it is. If there's any nastiness, I'm going to cut you off at the knees for anybody. No offense, legally and peacefully. So you already get ready to hit the button. Go ahead, anybody.
I love you. I've been at home for 20 minutes, but I love you, buddy.
Sorry about making you wait for 20 minutes.
Listen, I love you. I don't buy anything from China. I'm with you. I don't buy nothing from China. I used to work down at the Burger King in Southside.
Yeah.
They fired me for being drunk. They replaced me with a Chinese person. So I want to call up the White House, tell them I won't buy from China.
All right, we're gonna move forward on that one. Oh, Mamma Mia! You know, there's nothing wrong. I don't have anything wrong, anything against anybody on earth, Chinese, whatever. It doesn't matter. But what I'm getting at is we have to take care of our family too, and America is my family. So let's go to the next caller, and hopefully we'll be all right.
Caller, you're on.
Oh, hello. Thank you for taking my call.
Sorry
Yeah,
it took
sure.
50 years.
What do you have to say?
Well, I just wanted to say that my wife and I are big fans, and we appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
Well, we're trying.
I appreciate it. You're welcome. Now, I got a question for you real quick because we only have 5 minutes. Are you still there?
Yes.
Will you commit to doing what I'm asking?
Yes.
If you do.
That's the problem with this country is that everybody's sitting back waiting for somebody else to do something, and we're not doing it.
That's right.
And you know, if you heard Obama talking about this whole debt thing, he says, well, let the politicians do this and let the people do their thing. He wants us to, well, not just him, but they just want us to sit back and let them do the dirty work and let them keep on chimping us.
Well, the whole thing is, I'm not going to pick on any one politician, and I'll tell you why. Every one of them are guilty to some extent. And
Right.
the thing about it is, my friend, here's what you do. We call them, and like I said, if we have to boycott, we do. If we have to temporary boycott, we do. But the thing is, my friend, if we don't do these things, we will not have a country in 5 years. That soon. So think about that. So what I'm asking you to do is risky for me. Politically, it's risky because no party likes me professionally and all that stuff. So you know what? I just want to thank all of you. I don't think we're going to get to this call because we only have a minute and a half. We can try, but we only, well, you know what? We'll try, but we only get about 15 seconds, so go for it.
Caller?
Call.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Al.
Can't
Al,
hear you.
listen, I gotta tell you, I agree with you 100%. I think that we got the United States, and we love it. We want to make sure that we can continue to grow in the future. Freedom.
Okay, can you lower, I
Future.
can't really
Freedom.
understand it, but can you lower your TV real quickly? Because we got to actually wrap it up. We're going to have to cut that call. I'm sorry about that, guys. But at any rate, real quickly before I go, start calling Congress, start calling corporations.
Please call.
It does not matter who they are, where they're located on earth. Call, because your life matters. Chinese people's lives matter. And you know what? Russians matter. Every American matters. Every human being on this planet matters. They may not matter to you. They matter to somebody.
Humanity
I'm getting ready.
matters.
That's right. Humanity matters. But if we want our children and all of us to survive and have a great, great life, it's time to join the fight legally and peacefully. So I'm going to say, before I say humanity matters, use this, use your keyboard, and use your phone, and start changing our nation. And in the meantime, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I took out a risk on my life, but you know what? I love my country and I love humanity. So remember that
Please
you
save our country.
and humanity really does matter.